Yo, what is up, guys, and welcome back to another Epic 7 stream. It is your boy, Mashuu, and how is everyone doing today on another Here's the Thing, alright? So we'll be going over some of the patch notes that's upcoming today. Well, not just today, but, upcoming notes in general within the next couple weeks. But yeah, guys, good morning, afternoon, evening. How is everyone doing? Quite a long weekend, at least for people in the US. At least we had the July 4th, the usual stuff. But yeah, people Gucci, people chilling, people ready to see whether or not it's a 5-star, an SC, a skin, a 4-star. There's so many things just like going through people's minds as well. But you guys will be able to find out today of what exactly will be happening and what will be showing off. But first and foremost, guys, as per usual, you guys should check out the code, !code. Type that in the chat. Get your 3 leaves and 300k gold as per usual. Today's code is Sylvan Sage. Sylvan Sage. If you guys are wondering what that is, you guys will wait and find out. I'm pretty sure. Sorry about that. I'm pretty sure you guys know already what it's for. So, and for those of you guys who are on the YouTubes, oh yeah, it's already on there. I'm gonna go ahead and pin this comment. 1 second for y'all. But yeah. But guys, what I will be showcasing today will be the Alexa stuff. The Sage or ML Vivian, as you guys know it, will be showcased alongside some EE. So let's go ahead and get on into it. Here we go. So the summary for today is the new specialty change, guys. So it's a specialty change for you guys are wondering. Summer's Disciple Alexa alongside the new hero. So we haven't had an ML in a while, so it's a new hero. Sylvan, Sage, Vivian, and some new exclusive equipment for Araminta, Fallen Season, and Sid. That is Sid. You guys already know how it be. But now moving on exactly what those changes will be and how we'll shake up things. We have as first, you guys already know, Summer's Disciple Alexa, a legendary disciple of a legendary hero. And here is her video.
For the glory of Ithera! I won't forget what I've learned.
One summer, the royal family of Ozymandias attacked Levelin Beach. It was an unforgettable experience for Alexa, who worked together with the legendary hero Ozymandias. That summer, Alexa overcame her limits and rescued Asteria. Since then, Alexa has poured her heart into making a doll that she hopes to give to her new mentor, Ozymandias, when he returns. After Alexa completes her specialty change, her skill 3, Crushing Blow, is enhanced to Glistening Summer Spike, where she attacks the enemy with a powerful spike and increases attack of the caster for 3 turns. Damage dealt increases proportional to the number of debuffs inflicted on the target. Here are the runes that increase hero stats. Courage Rune increases attack by up to 10%. Health Rune increases health by up to 15%. Obscurity Rune increases critical hit damage by up to 5%. Fruition Rune increases attack of all allies by up to 3%. Mineral Rune. When attacked, if the attacker has a debuff, decreases damage suffered by up to 20%. When more than one damage reduction effect is granted, only the strongest effect is applied. Next up are skill runes. Wedge Rune. When using Glistening Summer Spike, increases damage dealt by up to 5% of the target's max health. Achievement Rune. When using Glistening Summer Spike, a critical hit has up to a 100% chance to decrease the cooldown of this skill by 1 turn. Earth Rune. Damage dealt is increased by up to 10% when using Cold Edge. Harvest Rune. When using Cold Edge, increases combat readiness by up to an additional 20%. Increases combat readiness by up to 50%. Speed Rune. Increases combat readiness of the caster by up to 10% when using Fell. the legendary disciple of a legendary hero. You may proceed with Alexa's specialty change after she has reached level 30, and you have cleared the special side story, the Order of the Sword and the Lord of Summer. Thank you.
And there you guys have it. This is Summer's disciple, Alexa. So this new specialty change for Alexa, now moving on into her stuff. So now she gains an extra attack buff right before she's able to attack the enemy. You guys saw the big deeps that she has on her S3 now on top of everything else that she already had going for her. And so yeah, people already were thinking of using her for Wyvern, and now even more so. You guys should probably grab this unit to use for your Wyvern teams. And as you see here, we do have a speedrun as well, so a little bit more combat readiness and CR pushing just to make it a lot easier to get pushed up on that end. It's 10%, which is quite a bit in this case. And then we have Cold Edge, so stuff. Moving on to this, 10% increase of damage of this skill 2, and when using this, it's a even more CR push by an additional 20%. So just a lot of CR pushing in general, for that matter, for Alexa. And I really wonder if she'll be able to be used other or outside of Wyvern, so who knows? Especially with a bunch of runes, it's always good to just test out a bunch of things, especially. And she has, like you guys were talking about earlier, it's the DGJ factor in here, being able to do or output 5% of target's max health on top of that for her skill 3. Just going to increase her damage a lot more on that matter. And when using this as well, it has a 100% chance to decrease the cooldown of the skill by 1 turn when you crit hit with it. In that case, just faster turn cycling overall, just to keep smacking whoever it is around. But yeah, pretty interesting. Makes her really fun. I mean, that new animation that's added with every specialty change is nice, and I do want to make it so that way at least my Wyvern runs will look a little more special. Moving on though, and we have just the basic other runes that she has alongside the rest of her kit, which is 10% more attack to her, what is 15% extra HP, and 5% extra crit damage for her. And these are all free, regular upgraded with runes as per usual. And now she also increases the attack of all her allies by an extra 3%, and the mineral rune in this matter, just decreasing damage for everything else on that. But guys, now moving on to the actual other unit that we'll be showcasing today, which is brand new. It is Sylvan Sage Vivian. She's a light unit in this case and a mage. And guys, now it's time to see what she's like in this video. So here, check her out.
With the magic I've learned, I will rewrite the future. You shouldn't have come here. Now it's too late to escape. The majesty of nature, be humbled.
Due to a civil war over who would become the new city lord, Vivian lost her grandmother, a hermit scholar. Having nowhere else to turn, she was taken in by Sage Rango. In the woods, far away from Witchhaven, she learned magic alongside Cowrick. Over time, the two started to develop feelings for each other. When Cowrick left to fulfill his duties as mediator, Vivian immersed herself in her studies in order to fill the void of his absence. While researching a strange mineral, she was confronted by Inferno Malicus, an evil spirit that had been locked away. Rango gave his life so Vivian could survive the encounter, and so she became the last sage, following in Rango's footsteps. As foretold by ancient texts, a continental fragment appeared, causing abnormal behavior among the spirits. Detecting this, Cowrick returned to Vivian and the two left the woods together on a quest to stop Inferno Malicus. Sylvan Sage Vivian is a 5-star light elemental mage. She has high attack and can increase her critical hit chance with her imprint concentration. Skill 2, Insight. At the start of the first battle, gain 3 focus, and at the start of the turn, gain 1 focus. When attacked, If expected damage suffered is equivalent to 25% or more of max health, consumes 1 focus, decreasing damage suffered by up to 70%. And after being attacked, decreases skill cooldowns of the caster by 1 turn. When more than 1 damage reduction effect is granted, only the strongest effect is applied. This effect applies to heroes only. Skill 3, Nature's Judgment. Attacks all enemies by bringing forth the power of nature. Increases critical hit damage of all allies for 2 turns and recovers health, before increasing attack of the caster. Amount recovered increases proportional to the target's max health. Increased attack effect can stack up to 3 times. Gains 1 focus. Skill 1, Mana Attunement. Attacks the enemy with mana and increases the speed of the caster for 1 turn. When consuming 10 soul, attacks all enemies. This attack does not trigger a dual attack.
You shouldn't have come here.
The last of the sages, fighting to save a collapsing world. Players will be able to meet Sylvan Sage Vivian through the Mystic Summon starting July 21st. Thank you.
And there you guys have it. That is Sylvan Sage Vivian. And dude, that S3 looking really nice, y'all. Looking really nice. That's all I'm saying. But it's pretty interesting overall. So she has a pretty decent attack. I mean, it's the staple for most of the mages in this case. Alongside a 110 base speed and a 652 defense. But guys, the biggest thing that I want to point out here is the imprint concentration is 16.8% crit chance. You know, a lot of that is really nice because it's an extra nice imprint to have. So hopefully you guys saved your Vivians in this case. But moving on from this, though, we have just the skill 1. The skill 1 just increases attack speed, but it's pretty nice because it does have that soul burn and that option to attack all enemies. So if you did need to finish off or just kind of like release people from what is this? Your extra stealth, like let's say if there's an Aria and the like, maybe this could unstealth those people who are like that alongside the Landy as well. And yeah, but you don't always have to do it, so you won't get punished too bad just for drafting a full AoE unit. But barring this, it's just an increased speed and a way to do AoE if you do need to. And then we have the Insight. So this skill is pretty interesting for this matter, in which you start off with focus, and then every time you get damaged a certain amount, it consumes 1. So it's kind of like a resource in this case, a little different compared to how other people use focus. So a lot more interesting in that aspect. And the damage suffered by 50% after being attacked gets decreased. And it also decreases the skill cooldowns of the caster by 1 turn. So guys, you guys want to be getting hit, or you want her to get hit, so that way she could have more S3s in this case. And obviously, as for all damage reduction things, when 1 or more damage reduction effect is granted, the biggest one is always applied first. And her S3. So guys, this is the first time we have an AoE increased crit hit damage, which is pretty big for this matter. Pretty big in general, if you know what I'm saying. But attacks all enemies by bringing forth the power of nature, and then gets that 2-turn crit hit damage and recovers health before increasing attack of the caster. So amount recovered increases proportional to the target's max health, and increased attack effect can stack up to 3 times. So it's a turn cycling, I guess, like trying to upkeep your S3s and then finish out the game that way. I talked about this a bunch with Luca too as well, in which we're talking about the uses for Sylvan Sage Vivian as well. And it's like, oh, okay, so this is someone who you want to punish, someone who's kind of taking their time. That way you have a way to ramp up in this case, and hopefully carry out the game through this crit hit damage alongside everything else and just being able to sustain. So this goes into like those 1 DPS comps that people have been using recently as well. So who knows though. But I honestly will want to know how you guys feel about her, if you guys like her, but we'll see how she is because she'll be coming out in a bit though. But moving on from Sylvan Sage, guys, and the more likely of what's going to be coming out right now is the new exclusive equipment. So the first exclusive equipment that we have is for Ball and Sylvan with the Cape of Selfish Interest, which is an attack percent exclusive equipment. So first skill damage increase for Ghost Hunt by 10%, which is okay. I mean, I don't know what you'd be doing all this damage for, but you know. Skill 3, Last Requiem, dispels 1 buff from all enemies when using Last Requiem, which is pretty nice, especially with DN running around a lot lately, just being able to wipe that clean off of her, or well, off of her team. And then increase all of Last Requiem effect chances by 5% as well, for that matter. And I wonder if this is going to put any of the Ball and Sylvan people to be used, but we will see as we go forward. And then we have Araminta with Scarlet Tear. So it's another speed exclusive equipment for that matter. Skill 1 increases Ignite's chance to burn by 10%. We have the Skill 2 Catalyst. Increased Catalyst combat readiness increases effect by 5%. So more push-up for that matter. And the Skill 3 Fire Pillar increases the Fire Pillar's chance to stun by an additional 10%. So not bad overall. And then you do have the extra speed that you're getting with the exclusive equipment. So I do want to see if people are going to be able to use that Araminta moving forward. But coming from this as well, we have Sid with Restrained Ferality, a increase of effectiveness for this matter. The skill 1 has a 35% chance to decrease speed of the target for 2 turns when using Whirlwind, and then you have the hack skill upgrade in this case for the decreased combat readiness of the target by 30% when using hack. And then last but not least, another hack increase change for that matter is grant advantageous element effect to hack, regardless of whether the caster is granted increased speed or not. So pretty interesting EE. Just more a little bit of testing that needs to be done when using the TEs. So, but yeah. Now though, moving on from this, we have the last week of the drop rate up for Summertime Iceria alongside Star of the Deep Sea. So make sure to grab her as she is a limited unit, guys. This is your last week to get her alongside her artifact, so that way you guys could bomb it up on all your units. And then moving on from this, we have the drop rate up for Tenebria. So for those guys who want to maybe use her or imprint your stand, here you go. And that'll be coming out this week for that matter. And then we have the drop rate up for Ball and Sylvan alongside just in time for his EE as well, which is coming out next week for that matter. So Ball and Sylvan alongside Last Tea Time will be coming out next week for that drop rate. Also next week we'll have Vildred with Sword of Summer Twilight. So you guys will be able to grab Vildred on there for those guys who cleave, you dirty cleavers. But you're just kidding. But moving on from that, we have the Mystic Summon rotation for Sylvan Sage. Will be alongside Assassin Cartusia for that matter. And that is happening in 2 weeks, guys. So you guys are able to pull Sylvan Sage Vivian in 2 weeks for those of you who want to try her out. And yeah. But that is it for today, guys. Thank you guys, honestly, for coming out. But we have the Sylvan Sage gift box password. I want to remind you guys to make sure that you guys get your 3 lease and 300k gold as per usual. All right, make sure to do that. Put that in your mailbox box thing that you guys get, where the password asks you guys for a password. Everyone always wonders what the password is. Well, here it is. It is Sylvan Sage for that matter. And yeah, pretty interesting overall. You know, new unit coming out. We haven't had a new ML in quite some time, alongside a couple EEs for this matter, and the specialty change for Alexa. And yeah, guys, thank you guys either way for coming out. You know, I really appreciate your time coming. It is quite late, and it's quite late for me as well. But yeah, it's been great. And I'd like to thank you guys once again. Make sure always to get that code 3 lease and 300k gold. We will be streaming once again on Thursday as per usual as well. So I will hopefully see you guys then. So peace out, y'all. Bye-bye. It's your boy Mashuu signing out. See y'all next time. Bye.